Hey groupies, welcome back to Form of Therapy. I am the video channel producer, you can call me PD, and today we are checking out Let's Shut Up and Dance by NCT 127, Lay from EXO, and Jason Derulo. Interesting how this collaboration came about. Anyways, let's get started. This is your Form of Therapy. This sounds very much like a Jason Derulo song. Oh.
Body give me motivation. Your touch is all that's on my mind. Sweat on you precipitating. You feel me rising from behind.
Wow. I'm gonna admit, I've never watched a Jason Derulo music video before. But this is like a lot of dancing. I like it. Oh my god, that shimmy was so hot. Show me some. Show me some. I wonder where they shot this.
Roll it and light it for me. Ice my corona. No need for conversation. Love your persona.
Oh my god.
Late night, eat like in and out. Tell you, you can bring a friend around. Two pop, y'all get around, get around. London girls come and show me some. All my LA girls.
Oh, finally NCT. That looks like Korean. I saw some Korean words on the wall, so I wonder if this was shot internationally in multiple countries. Oh. In the background, there's like sort of like a marching sound, like sort of matches like their foot stomps. This is such an American music video. The directional style of this music video is very different. I wonder if it was a Korean music video director and they shot it in a more American style, or if it was an American director who shot it, because this feels like a very American style of music video. Okay, this is definitely Korea. I recognize the building where they're shooting. Ooh.
All my London girls come and show me some. All my LA girls come and show me some. Ethiopian girls come and show me some. Come and show me some. Come on, come on. Jamaican girls wanna blow down. My Asian girls wanna work it out.
Nike. Oh. Alright, so we're going to do the post review, we're going to get into the song, the music video, and we're also going to dive a little bit deeper into this collaboration. We did the research so you don't have to. The #1 search on YouTube when you type Let's Shut Up is Let's Shut Up and Dance Jason Derulo. Derulo. Okay, so the song was interesting. Sounds very much like a Jason Derulo song, right? Don't you think so? It sounds very much like that one song, Talk Dirty to Me, or like I'm gonna admit I'm not familiar with Jason Derulo's like discography. Like, he's the type of artist where I've heard all of his songs because the radio for some reason in the modern day still exists, and so whenever a Jason Derulo song comes on the radio, I have never heard it in my life, and I'll go, this is a Jason Derulo song, isn't it? And it's some sax in the background going like really wiggly. It's like, that Jason Derulo has such an iconic voice, you know? I'm really surprised that this music video didn't start with him yelling or whispering, Jason Derulo. Unless it did, and I forgot about that, and I was just so focused on Lay and NCT, but I don't think I heard the signature Jason Derulo. If you're just a K-pop fan and you know nothing about Jason Derulo, there's like a meme about Jason Derulo, and he's very much aware of it. You know, he's made fun of it in the past, where in a lot of his older music, he will always say his name. You know, sort of like how Akon always says convict, or how Pitbull always says Mr. Worldwide, or DJ Khaled says we the best music. It's sort of on those lines. I think if you were to put it on a K-pop perspective, it's like Juhan always whispering or yelling out Juhan. It's sort of on that level, and Jason Derulo has always sort of I guess been made fun of for that, but he's also in on the joke. There are plenty of Jason Derulo compilation videos where he actually makes fun of that, but I think the way this song and collaboration is handled, this isn't really a Jason Derulo song. And if you look at how this is credited, it's not really a Jason Derulo song. It is a Jason Derulo, Lay, and NCT 127 song. This is a genuine collaboration. I think Jason Derulo does get most of the line distribution, and you know, I mean, that's gonna happen. You know, first of all, it's largely, well, I mean, it's only an English-driven song, so yeah, I mean, not everyone from NCT is gonna get the line distribution that they want. I actually don't even know if all of the members even got any lines. Besides, like, you know, the harmonized chorus parts. Jason obviously got the most, and then Lay got second. I'm actually surprised. I think Lay got a lot of line distribution. You know, that's the one thing about this collaboration that really sticks out to me. Yes, NCT does not get as many lines compared to everyone else in this music video, but it does not feel like they're just using NCT. It still feels like a genuine collaboration, because NCT is all over this music video. They are well integrated, and you can clearly tell it's just because there's not enough lines to go around, you know, and Jason Derulo is clearly the main draw here, or he's supposed to be. I think what speaks to that is Lay. Lay had a lot of lines. I think if this was back in the day, someone like Lay would have gotten very little lines, or he would have done like the quote-unquote typical feature thing where he just shows up in the bridge for some random medley or like a rap break, something like that. And the fact that Lay is well integrated throughout the song, and he and Jason Derulo sort of hand off to each other, that's what says to me that this is a genuine collaboration. This doesn't feel like a sort of power grab into K-pop. It's like, hey, you know what's hot right now? K-pop. I'm sure that's how the conversation started. I'm sure the conversation with the business execs were like, hey, you know what's hot right now? K-pop. Let's somehow integrate K-pop into this. But the way they handled it doesn't feel like, hey, let's just use a bunch of Asian people. They probably can't even discern between the fact that Lay is actually Chinese and that he is both a K-pop star and a C-pop star, and NCT is a mixed ethnicity group. But whoever actually handled the music video and the project and the song, I think it was done really respectfully. I think that's always the worry when Americans collaborate with Asian artists, especially K-pop artists. I feel like fans get very worried that they're gonna get taken advantage of, because that happens a lot, you know? But I thought the song was handled really respectfully, and it's actually really interesting to hear Lay's voice or hear NCT's voices on a Jason Derulo song. This is a genuine one-to-one American song. This has no K-pop influence to it. My sister Thea, she's over there in the back. She doesn't really listen to K-pop, or at all, really. Whenever I play K-pop, she knows it's K-pop before people start singing, because she says that K-pop sounds a certain way, you know? Even the most unique, distinct stuff in K-pop, that sounds different from the norm. My sister can always tell, oh, this is Korean, isn't it? You know? But I mean, you can agree, right? This sounds very American. This sounds very, yeah, she's just nodding her head. Yeah, this is a very American song. So it's actually really interesting. What would have been more interesting, it's not necessary. What would have been more interesting is that if they actually spoke Korean on this song. Because it sounds so American, I would have actually been curious as to how the Korean would have been integrated. But again, the focus here is not NCT, and the focus here is not Lay. The focus here is not even Jason Derulo. The focus here is that this is a Michael Jackson tribute video. Yeah, so we did some research, and it turns out this is So we did some research, and it turns out this is a single. It's the first single off of a 4-part EP that's a special Michael Jackson tribute, and it's apparently going to be a special box set. The rest of the songs are coming out in 2019, the rest of 2019, and this is all a project by a label called 769 Entertainment. Okay, so we did some additional research, and the song was co-written by Jason Derulo, and the entertainment group is called 769, and they're the ones in charge of the Michael Jackson project. 769 was founded by Jerry Greenberg, who's a veteran label exec, and also choreographer and creative director Lorianne Gibson. Apparently, Greenberg and Gibson both worked closely with Michael Jackson in the past, which is why this project sort of sprung up in the first place. So we did some research because I really wanted to know, how did this collaboration come about? Did some research, and 769 Entertainment actually has an Asia branch, and specifically when you go on Google and you look up 769 Asia, the subtext for it is actually in Korean. It got redirected to the American site, but I believe that means there is actually a Korean, either like a Korean subsidiary, or they have a presence in Korea. So I think that's really how it came about, because they have a Korean presence and an Asia presence. They just had a natural connection with that area, and so I think 769 Asia probably scouted for Lay and NCT, and I do think it's the right fit. NCT has a very modern sound, and I think NCT has a very digestible sound in terms of Western audiences, and so NCT feels like a very natural addition to this. Lay as well, and both the group and Lay, they are phenomenal dancers, so I think this was also just a perfect fit. I didn't realize Jason Derulo was a good dancer. Like, I know he's a good dancer. I've seen like random clips of him spinning. I mean, that's about the extent I've seen. I'm not a Jason Derulo fan, but I didn't think he could like dance like this, you know? I'm also not surprised. And just some final additional notes, the song was co-written by Jason Derulo, so yeah, of course this sounds like a Jason Derulo song. And the music video was directed by Daniel Russell. Not familiar with his work. Tried looking it up, and you get mostly a singer called Dan Russell. I don't think it's the same person. That also shows why the music video has such a large American influence to it. My sister was also watching it, and she was like, that music video makes me feel weird because that doesn't look anything like what K-pop music videos look like. And a lot of it has to do with lighting, a lot of it has to do with cinematography, but a big part of it is direction. The direction of this music video was that it was very, very American, and I think especially with like the snappy camera work, just like the way they filmed their footage, even just like the actual cameras that they use and the codec that they shoot in, it just looks different to the keen eye. Yeah.
At the very beginning of, of the video, as soon as you see the first cut, if you see in the top left corner, it says Jason Derulo in graffiti, and then the next cut it says Lay Zhang in graffiti. Next cut says NCT.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I see. It's very small.
And then
Lay Zhang. Interesting. It's like it's so integrated well into the music video. I definitely did not notice that. It's really cool. Oh, NCT 127.
And then the director.
Oh, Let's Shut Up and Dance, directed by Daniel Russell. Wow. I saw the Let's Shut Up and Dance, but wow. Oh, that's really cool. I wonder if that's actually FX work or if that's like actual graffiti. It looks a little too clean. At least the red one, the Let's Shut Up and Dance one, and the directed by Daniel Russell, that one kind of looks fake. I could be wrong. It could be real. But the Lay Zhang and the Jason Derulo ones, they are really, really well integrated into the music video. They look more genuine, like it's actual graffiti, but I'm not sure. Anyways, that's it for the video. I hope you enjoyed my reaction review of Let's Shut Up and Dance by Jason Derulo, Lay Zhang, and NCT 127. Let me know what you thought about the song and the music video in the comments down below. And be sure to follow us on social media. We are available at Form of Therapy. That's the username all across the board. We're on Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat. Come see us. We're going to try and start posting more behind the scenes, more weird stuff, etc. Whatever. So follow us there. And if you'd like to support us beyond that, consider supporting us on Patreon. If you go to patreon.com/formoftherapy, for as little as $2 a month or more, you can actually get early access to reaction videos, and we're going to be trying to release some new things in the future coming soon. However, if you can't support us monetarily, that's completely fine. Why don't you go ahead and click like down below right there. It helps me out with YouTube's search algorithm. Go ahead and click subscribe over there. Turn on the notification bell if you're new, and go ahead and check out all my other videos over here.